Okay, so last time we did this, which was a week ago now, because did I play? No, I've only done once a week so far. Ignore bottom left here. I'm just talking to fieldmates about stuff. Now that I said that, everybody's gonna look at that. Last time we joined the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and are headed to where I am now, Camp Drybone, to talk to someone about crimes being committed and ruled up, people being kidnapped and stuff. So let's go and do that. There's a lot of people here for some reason. I'm assuming they're here to do hunts and stuff. That's the only reason I can think of. Isenberg's here to search for the missing. I'm Isenberg, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventure fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to see the victims safely returned. I swear to God. Okay, so I'm gonna say if that, I know where part 2 ends, I'm pretty sure. Not quite there just yet. Not quite enough high enough level to get a mount yet either. 3 more levels though. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at times. Jesus, what are you, a poet? Just fix my mic here. Just look a little too far away from my face. Just do some slight tweaking and see if things get better. We'll see. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Amadalama, and innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before the mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amaljas still linger. To secure the remains for me, friend, you will find them on the Eastern Road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something what the Amaljas seek in this area. Cool. Okay, where is it? That's south, so the fastest way would be this way. Switch to this. Nope, that was the right way. Ah. Stroll through the hot desert. Do I have all of these at maximum level? I feel I can get something higher than 510 with that stuff, but I could be wrong. Right. Let's just cut across here. Head to that big purple glowing spot. Game Plus after all. What level am I for that? I won't get any, I don't think you get any experience in New Game Plus. What am I, monk? I am level 20 as a monk. Pugilist, however you say it. Tomato. I know that the story quest is only, and I can just jump straight down here, is only like 17. But if you do all like the quests and stuff that pop up, you should be way past level 20. But I'm gonna stick with what the story quest is, just cause. Alright, it's good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains for Fallen? Also, I won't be flying either. I should mention that because I think I have it where I'd run faster anyways. I think I did some hunts where I got like specific areas moved faster. I don't remember which ones though. It's good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Here, I gave you these flowers that apparently I'm carrying these bodies on me somehow. With the bodies given back proper to Earth, to the Earth. Is the Earth just what they call the ground? Because that's not what the planet's called, right? But then again, do we know what the planet was called by this time? I don't know. The souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. So there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much, but their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there's more to this than meets the eye. Transformers. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for the people going missing. In these kinds of numbers, the total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me to learn, in the least, to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who might be implicit in these vanishings? Right. Oh, I missed it. What did it say? I say we turn something's in my eye and it's pissing me off. What say we turn our eye to the common folk themselves, and maybe among them that we find the reason for these vanishings. I'll forbid it be so. There's a urchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings here. I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Oh my god. I need to read shit slower, because, my god, if I read it too fast, it's just, my mouth and my brain just can't keep up with each other. Which is weird, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, hey, it's this asshole. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody venture tree threatened me back in Ulda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Wow, I did that actually pretty good now that I think about it. Yours, Isambird. Folk around here are wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Oh, something in my throat. Hold on. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances? You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Sure thing, jerkface. Please, sir, just leave me be. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, bye. Devious derelict? I got nothing to say but this. Thou'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Well, what do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear, please don't kill me. Run away. Cowards. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There have been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, bye. Ugh, hiccups. Why? When I didn't want the hiccups, or when I wanted the hiccups and wasn't hiccuping, and now when I don't want them, I have them. I don't know, it's weird. Welcome back, Evik. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak really to their gods, then the clergy might know something of use. Alright, where are you sending me now? I think I know. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we have no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adma Lambda. Or Landa? Landama? I think it's Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. So long as you are headed there, I might ask you to deliver the embalmed corpse. A morbid request I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I entrust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquise. He tends the graves of the Lichyard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Alright, cool. Come on, Ramza, let's go. Running up the cliff. Cliff? Hill? More of a hill. I still wouldn't say that's a cliff. That's a cliff. I know there was a quest here where you had to like attack like the swarms and stuff. Oh god, why am I yawning? Hey Marquise. Hey Marquise. Just realized who that is. I am Marquise. Yes, a body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Alright, dude. See you later. Lay the body again, and then bury him. I put rocks on top of his body, and then he just disappears. I missed the jump. Sup? May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. But maybe Sister Orison can? She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orison within the church walls. Yeah? Hello. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude. I'd extend it to Isenberg when you see him. You seek the knowledge of the missing Drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the order. Oh, excuse me. I can find in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, I am the keeper Thal. I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I shall share the information with you. I only wish Marquise would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquise soon. I want to say it's because I'm not gonna spoil things. I know things. People who have played this game know things. But in this case, I don't. Would he know? I don't know. I know that he knows that maybe he knows that someone else maybe knows something about something. You know? Ow. What's up, dude? Ugh. Thank you, Ebik. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy, haven't you, Ebik? What's up, Thancred? How's it going, dude? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name's Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the conflicts speaking their secrets only to those in the service of gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying ears. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confessions? The good sister Arsen, oh god. Arsen? How do you... That's gonna drive me crazy. Arsen, she could. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquise, I swear to the 12 I've seen that face somewhere else before. Okay. Somewhere else, elsewhere, same difference. As Bird is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Ursun's integrity. Sister Ursun, can it be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it couldn't be. It could not be she, could it? A girl wearies of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Evik, and you see, if you cannot, oh my god, I'm getting the words mixed up because I'm reading it too fast, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Ursun's activities. Alright, let's take a run. Take a shortcut. To go. I think that's another thing that you would fight for experience. I think after part 2, regardless of what level it is, I will start using the mount, because it'll cut time down a lot faster. I'll just use a random mount. It doesn't matter. All mounts travel the same speed. But I just won't fly in this area. Would it be faster? Yes, but that just takes the whole experience out. I will fly once I get to like the actual areas that actually have flying. But I won't like fly over like giant hills and stuff. I'll just fly so it just travels faster. I don't even know how uncombed. Please help Sister Ursun went on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went out looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Alright. I'm gonna go this way. Jump. Ah, zombies! Aiding. Whew. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Run. You know what? No, I'm gonna run this way. I could technically avoid because if you reached to this area, but I would just fight these guys on the way out anyways. Give your money. Oh. Well, you didn't gave me money, but I took one of his wings. Oh well. I have to make sure I have room in my inventory for equipment, because I'm going to come across something that I need. Oh, I forgot to give my miner her better main equipment, because I got all my stuff to 80 and I just forgot to give her the better equipment for better ventures and stuff. Although I'm at the max level, I don't think having a higher level makes it get a better equipment or not. Also, ouch. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Guard for Fan. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the memento of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deed Stankards would have us believe. Ugh. This is a message from thing. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister. It seems that she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thankard came looking for you once more. He left word that he'll be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray you two are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Can I? Yeah, I can. Just run out this way. And running. I'm running. What level is this one now? 19. Almost level 20. I think I know what quest it gets to be level 20, but for right now. To be fair, I should be level 20, but then I'd have to go all the way. You would technically have to go all the way back to Gridania to do the level 20 quest that's there to do it. But anyways. Sup, Thancred. Ah, there you are, baby. Good of you to Indeed, I heard all about Sister Orson's. Isambar said her wounds were serious. It seems that suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's just say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Evik. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Sure. By take a look inside, you mean attack anything that I would have to attack? Sure. And Piercing Talon. Ah, Parade. Queer leaflet. I think that in this situation means it's just strange. Not the other thing. Keep hitting my microphone. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks like some sort of embassy to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe anyone among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Drabone. Let's see what Sister Orson makes of it. Cool. As I say, I could just teleport, but also I could just jump into the hole that's there. Probably be as long. Obviously, walking normally there will take too long, but if I just run, probably be about the same time as just teleporting there, and I don't waste money. Ow. right, friggin'. I always get confused and think it's that place, but it's the one next to it. And then it should be in this one. My savior comes again, to what I owe the honor this day. What's this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order, of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Okay, it's running around in here. The plot thickens, Evik. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credits to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on hand, so I should consider how to best handle this. For now, tell us what we learned here. Cool, cool. Ugh. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Evik. I shall keep my ears, eyes open, now more than ever. Is this level 20? Nope, still level 19. I know what quest is level 20. So, I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Evik and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. My God, it's ugh, not even acknowledge that. I dare hope that this will yield the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can't supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. Gross. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Evik, so as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments of his relentlessness and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Oh, and I gotta equip these stuff now. That's in the body, I'm pretty sure, right? Yep. Yep. Just a regular person. Just a regular common person. Nothing to see here. What else did I get? Probably the legs. Yeah. Glad I had an extra space for that. This guy up here. I knew there was one up here. Hey, dude. What is it? Gods, and again, look. Being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? I like how you say muddy paws at Drybone. At Drybone. Greetings, sirs. Is there aught amiss with you? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid your wares our wares are very expensive. Maybe perhaps you should rejoin your fellows at the pond of Sandgate? They're basically just telling us all the same thing. I preach the teachings of Azima the Warden. Hast thou come to partake the honey of her wisdom? Azima, the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Ooh. Mouthful. But then again, half the dialogue is. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your life. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Then I think inside here. realize we have to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Yep, just a normal poor person with a glowy spear. Nothing to see here. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance. The camp's abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were able to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn the poor have communed by the pond to the north of Sankey, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait kindly for the priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Oh God, why am I so sleepy? Nah, either way it's about the same. Do. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing. Yep, totally. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for a quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you and what do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of Naldal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free in the shackles of the penury. I don't even know if I said that word right. Probably not. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know you bastards tricked me? Please don't hurt me, I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. But very well, I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Malja raids began. They would appear as sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so did the only thing a merchant could. I approached a Malja in the hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipments from the Nawab mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leave me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Malja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you should have come to the aid of the immortal flames that you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fall to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourself or the gods. Ah, not you again! Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Be a good man and take word develops to Menphilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still out there somewhere. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, So I gotta go, oh my god, to the walking sands. I guess I could do the one thing I hardly ever do. I'll teleport here. I don't know if going to Lanacosa is faster. It's definitely not faster if you can just, now that you can just fly there. But, you know, I'm not doing that. Plus, it would take forever for my computer to load Lanacosa. Lanacosa, yeah, whatever. Fucking, apparently I'm tired and I'm not paying attention. So I'm gonna just take the Choco Keep, because I never use them. Vesper Bay is that one, right? I'm just check, yeah. It'll take 1 minute, apparently. Can I fix my equipment? Yeah, yeah. I haven't actually heard this song in a while. It's actually different if just regular Chocobo that you mount. Do 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 do. I've arrived. Alright, here we go again. Itchy. Welcome back, Ubik. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. That's Pillar. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice to say that they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Well, yeah, of course. Really? It's still level 19? Though we seek a peaceful solution to the problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, has now been disseminated? Oh my god, I don't know words. To a great benefit of all. I assume it's the word I want to say. I know it's not, but whatever. I would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix has ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the Pillar of Smoke, and the way will become clear. Yeah, alright. And then I would have to go back to Ildal, and then go to... Or I could go to... You can go back to Camp Dryphone. Most likely, you probably went to here, and then went into Camp Dryphone, so you already have this one. Ah, right, okay. Teleport. Okay, bye. Alright, I'm gonna just go up north here. Yep. The Lost Hope. Nawa Mines. Nawa. That was one. I always pronounced it Nawa Mines, but I'm missing an extra NA. Whatever. Do 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 do. Who is Uplander come to 10 rings of mutant mixed bubbly plots? Delia's dagger. Fighting tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to shiny stone. Name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then big eyes. Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Unimix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Unimix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighting Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighting Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. Materia, master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighting Tool, yes? Materia will join Fighting Tool. Fighting Tool gains power materia. Fighting Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighting Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out aetheric constitutes from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with that power. That's how Master Mutamix turned the dagger of yours from something as would have struggled to cut a steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowledge of crafty making. With knowledge of crafty making, Uplander become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowledge of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Great. Cool. Awesome. Oh, I have to move. It's sitting on my foot and now it's asleep. I could have just taken the chokehold, but I'm just gonna run it. No, because then, well, I would definitely be level 20 if they get all the quests and stuff. Debatable. I probably could have it unlocked by now to use mounts, but I thought those were actual guys, but no, it's just a bunch of blank NPCs just sitting on a rock, which I didn't notice before. I can guarantee you that some of the dungeons and other things I'd have to do will take a few minutes to get in. So when I get to those, just bear in mind. Green and gray arrows in the way. I think that was the arrow. Welcome back, Evik. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one needs only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. I am sure you are aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Evik, so make it relevant. Oh my god. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Sure thing. Lord of the Inferno. Here we go. Word has arrived. Thancred's concerning our. Oh. Well, my god, I read that sentence completely wrong. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears that he is able to extract information from our friend Ungust, the false priest, who revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalj to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalj responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalj are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Evik. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such a time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you save some for him, such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Right, cool. I'll just teleport there. And it's a level 20 quest. Now I'm just gonna use mounts, although I'm just gonna run, I'm not gonna fly. I'll say flying for when I get to Heaven's Ward, however long that takes. I forget if the new expansion comes out in like the middle of the week or like at the beginning. Maybe even like the end. What's up, dude? Ah, you're doing more of the science? My thanks for coming. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet their traitor, we'll spring the trap. Only the clandestine nature of the owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can employ only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the invisible Had to say invisible. Okay, I thought I read that wrong. The Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the modular plot of the mission succeeds, Evik. Let's make sure it does. Sweet. I'm gonna use actually a mount now. What am I doing? Okay, I'm on a floating head. Literally floating head or flying head. Technically, I guess it could float. Nah, it feel like it'd be more hover than float. But yeah, I think because it's an earlier area and I've done some hunt stuff around here, I go faster than regular mounts would let you. So normally I would attract all of those things, but New Game Plus, so whatever. Hi. Oh. I didn't see that other one. Alright, time for Whew, okay. Yeah, maximum level for this is 24. So it's absolutely possible I could have used it in the last one. Ooh, that was loud. I don't think it should have did that, but whatever. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Ulja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal soldiers for moons before finally being caught. Not wonder how I managed it. It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Your every moment was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Fight! Backup they have. good, you can't see that. Okay. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Huh? What? Sleep doesn't work on me. Traitorous scum. Sleeping sounds. Snore, snore. Where am I? I fear the Amalgam mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Battle of Embers. Cool story, bro. Alright, time to do the first one. Wait, why can't I? I can't do... Not available in New Game Plus mode. Probably because I haven't done any of these extreme ones. I probably could go back and do them, but I just haven't. Alright. Let's see how long this will take me. Well, 8 minutes isn't bad, although it says 8 minutes. Let's see how long it actually takes. Alright, well, not much I can do except wait. This is the problem with this, though, is because I'm going to be sitting around and not doing anything. Especially since I'm in New Game Plus, I can't do some things I normally would. So that kind of sucks. The smell. These waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will set us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to leave, we're likely to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble and rescue a rescue party. Once you've won free, seek out our comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way. Sure. Alright, cool. I have escaped. Oh, hey, isn't this the... Oh, it is. Interesting. Well, I'm out here. I guess I'll go do some stuff with Gold Saucer, I guess. I don't know. You can't... Severely limited in what you can do in New Game Plus. Maybe in like Shadowbringers probably won't be as big as a problem. Maybe Stormblood might be the biggest problem because apparently not lots of people like it. I don't know. It'll depend on what happens. Alright, just leave all those guys there. I'm gonna do some gambling. I have to wait for everything to load in first, though. That's why I usually do these in the longer streams, because I'm waiting so long for these goddamn queues to launch. Why are so many people here today? That's probably why, because there's freaking summoners just standing around. Oh my god. That way. Oh, that's probably my best option. Yep. Nope. 10? That isn't worth it. Let's do this one. Well, that wasn't worth it. Uh, 15, 16. I guess this way. Yeah. Does that put me at 26? What's the next thing? Because depending on what it is, I could do it. If not, I'll have to go find something else I can do, I guess. Of course. Of course. I guess all those other times I've been playing, I haven't been in New Game Plus. Oh, that's right. I found out that I can't play card games while I'm in New Game Plus. Even though it says currently I can. Like if I go over to, yeah, like if I wanted to go do that, I couldn't because I'm in New Game Plus. I bet you I'm gonna walk all the way over here and it's like, you can't do that because you're in New Game Plus. And I'd be like, fuck you. So many. Oh, it did let me in. That's surprising. It won't let me do a bunch of other stuff, but it'll let me do this, no problem. Of course, if I get called in the middle of it. Oh my god, there's so many freaking people respawning. I don't know where's the front of the stage. I want to say, yeah, it's probably over here. Well, better than doing nothing. Because now it says I'm waiting for 11 minutes. Turn off system, probably display settings. Ooh. No, it'd be under character settings. Filters? I don't remember. Display name settings. Inferno? No, that's not it. We got others. Lines from those other PCs. There's gotta be a thing for specifically for like. I don't know. I was trying to hide all like these freaking things here, but I would have had it, but there's too many people standing in the way, and I keep targeting them. Aw, that's bullshit. I was not standing there. We'll see if anyone actually makes it. I think there's like only like a few people left. Let me get closer so I can actually load them all. When it does that, I'm gonna see if I can find what this would be. I say that one with the dogs under. The far one for me. Oh no, what's the closest one to me? Oh, there goes half the things that were still up there. Ow, my head. Pets. I don't think it's companions. It'd be minions is what I'm looking for. Is there not a thing for that? Well, some people won. Minions, here we go. When targeted. There we go. Just out of curiosity, did that make my... No, well... There's lots of people here, so I'm not surprised my FPS is about 30. That I'm not surprised in the least. So I won't be able to do a leap of faith, because I'm waiting on a duty finder, which... According to this, it should have gone off by now. And the moment I say that, something will happen. I'm just gonna punch Gilgamesh a little for a bit. Is 2,000 cost? I want to see if I can get this perfectly. It's even possible to get it perfectly. Alright. One more time. I'm gonna actually know what I'm doing. No, too far. Alright, I'm gonna head. Might as well do something while I'm waiting. here. Just do something rather than just sitting around. I don't think there's anything. Because I can't access the market board. New game place, which sucks. I wonder if they only did that to because you can't access it until a certain point, but you should be able to though, regardless. I think. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just come here back to our guild house and go this way. Down here. I'm gonna head to the top of that while I'm waiting. Is there any way to get on top of that? Oh, we can go into the rock. Because you can go up there and do that, but the other way you're supposed to get in. So you swim around. Nope. Well, of course when I start climbing it pops off. And people are gonna be angry at me. Lord of Inferno, hark to our plea. Lord of Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring for you the ignorant savages you may not, who know. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Your ignorant savages who know not your godhood. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch the heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of the unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, my breath will claim you. I rise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible, by what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Foolish, thy frail mortal frame can serve vessel to the blessing of but one, yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear, thou art the godless blessed number. Paragons waned and thine of abhorrent kind, thine existence is not to be suffered. Making these people wait, but I don't care. These are reasons. Alright, cool. This will take 2 seconds because it's so easy. fires of judgment. We're not on. Two, right? No, I only have one. That's the reason I thought I had two. I forget what the importance of gathering those are. I'm sure it's explained, but I don't remember. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Good persistent lot. Whew. I see the blood-sworn wasted no time in extracting the captives, no less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, but had I known this mission would have proved so dangerous, I would have never have left you face alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Cap Dry Bone. Oh my god, why can't I say it? Dry Bone, shall we? This way, sir. Run. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even the Odalan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We only have ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. Livia Sass Genius? We waste enough time here. That meteor of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that it was worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is consideration for another time. We've been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Where's the Amalja that's supposed to be on the ground? There. Cool. Oh, everybody's left. Sweet, I got an accommodation for doing nothing. I didn't get to give one out because I had to watch the cutscene. For reasons. Now, where is it gonna... I think since I'm doing New Game Plus, it should spit me out at Drybone. It's gonna have to load a second, but... Yep, right in front of the thing. There you are. Sup, Thancred. There you have come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity after witnessing their gods. In ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I too... What the fuck is... Oh, it's the Aether. I was like, what the frick is that sound? But it's the Aetherite. I guess I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. Then they may be a whole of a body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered, but it still suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still a reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, even not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud by all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, earn yourself the rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Walking Slams when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Okay. Maybe that I've taken off minions. This will load maybe faster. Keyword being maybe. But I doubt it. But I doubt it. Should I have anything on my PC running that I can probably get rid of? Let's use the Aether and get the heck out of here. Get out of that spot where there's going to be a frick ton of people just trying to spawn in. I don't think it helped. Also, last time I came out here, and I was like, what the heck is out there? And stuff. I think it's a fishing guild stuff, which I haven't done. It's the only gathering thing I haven't done yet, so... Yeah, I don't know. Well, also, now that I have a mount, I don't know if maybe it is faster. I don't know. I'm also waiting 80 extra gil to get here, which, I mean, I have millions of gil, but I want to have that millions of gil. I made some food today, and I think it's just not agreeing with me right now. So I just feel weird. I mean, I cooked it all fine, it tasted all fine. Maybe I just ate too much of it. That's absolutely a possibility. Oh well. Now, I think, now that I've beaten Ifrit, I think that's the end of part 2. Also, I missed what he said. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. I think this is the end of part 2. My late arrival nearly cost Evig's life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not exclude the fact that he should never had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you. All. What's done is done, Thancred. You can't ill blame yourself for every... Evig, it is still good to see you again. Impeccable time, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. Ugh. As expected, the Malja undertook both the robbery and abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is it time. Is this tale limited to Ul'dah? Similar incidents have been rife in both Limpsa, Laminsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, ether? Aether? I think it's pronounced ether, specifically in 14, exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require more concentrated sorts of ether. Crystals. Oh, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal, which leaves us with the why the abductions. This you understand, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical forms. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out for the gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which the primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or aether coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worships. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful the god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with the reverence as their adherent freely gives, and in order to gain more power, they do not scrupulate to create followers. They do this by tempering morals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, oh my god, you alone remained unaffected. This thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. You may not know why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. In recent incidents, all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. Here's itchy. While I share your concern, my presiding feelings is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of that respite, Evig. May be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn of your identity of the hero who fell for it, I fear you will nary have a moment to yourself. Whether she intends to or no, Mephilia, let's tell you something I think it best you hear from one of us. It concerns the temporary adoptees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if it were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we silence continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Evik. But I should be going. I offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. Every time I look at like his neck tattoos, it feels like they're like cut off. Like there should be more. Gods forgive me, how many more lives Luslaw would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Isn't that the end of part 2, or is there more to that? No, there's more. Actually might know when. Yeah, it might happen after that. We'll see. I'm hoping to get part 2 by the end of today's stream, but we'll see. Until not so very long ago, you were one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of Envoy. There, after you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papillimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally besting the primal Ifrit. Looking at my fingers, why did I do like that? You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you'll soon discover. We have guests, Evik, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Evik, your recent exploits have gone to you the intentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent offers to court you. They would not only go to such lengths to enlist a new crew, they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how Evik's deeds spread so quickly that the Immortal Flame should know of his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Companies? Eep. Your reputation precedes you, Master Darren Lord. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned you began your journey as an adventurer of our own Gridania, knowing that the people hold you high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of a valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. With a pleasure, it is finally to meet you, Master Lord. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms, my god. A man of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when you said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let's see the grand vessel of Limsa and Linsa to shores of glory. Lady Menphilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are an all-encompassing organization empowered to call upon martial economic and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. So here's something I didn't wonder. Why in later expansions, like in Stormblood, you finished everything in Ishgard? Why they didn't let you why didn't they add something like Grand Companies of like Ishgard and stuff? You can make stuff that or like when you finished with Stormblood, all of Stormblood stuff. Why they didn't add stuff onto that as well? Would have been interesting. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. And in return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. A commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your alliance to a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice your face. I thought it occurs to me. You will, of course, recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. As well as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand the leaders of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. God, guy, keep it in your pants. Very well. Let Evik hear our leader speak and return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited for the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of a reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of a great power, Evik, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet that great power, it won't attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man, and in the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope you can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek protection of their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would like to carry this link pro with you at all times. It will allow you to stay in touch regardless of location. And then I put that somewhere. Eorzea is changing, Evik, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there's naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you of where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Oh, that was a mouthful. I think after I'm done part 2, which I think is after this quest chain, I'll just take like a, I don't know, 10, 5-minute break. Probably less than that. Probably like more like a 5-minute break, just to grab a snack or something. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Mick. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll make sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of Trinity, will hold their first of the 3 services. The Elder Seedseer, Kane Senna, will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involved in embassing all the involved parties, it is not possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there's not so much we can do about it. So make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Adal, where the Flame General Ravana Aldin will be addressing the masses of the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it is rumored that there is to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you make your way to the state room in Limpsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Murweb. Oh my god, I don't even know how to. I think it's Bulfiswin? Will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance service suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. So now basically I can just go to all of them and do whatever. So I'll just go in Gridania first, because that's it. It says which one to go first depending on where you obviously start from, right? So since I started as a Lancer, it starts me off at Gridania first. Although, of course, when I first started playing this game, I started playing it as an Elizin, not a, because these guys didn't exist. I want to say, did they? No, yeah, because these guys came out when, not Stormblood, fucking, the Shadowbringers came out. And it's like, I just changed it, because why not? But man, I would gladly, if they made, like, Korea or something as a playable race, which I doubt they ever will, I would totally change to that. But I guess the closest thing to Korea in this game would be the guys whose names I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. My brain's not working. Oh well. Cutscene. I'll just mute myself because I don't really have anything to say.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elizin settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elezen. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
I just realized that those horns are actually real? So then what does that make them race-wise then? I honestly don't know. Like Kane Senna and that other one, one of the black robes they showed was her brother. I'm pretty sure the two other are her brother, but they don't have the same horns as she and her and the other guy does, which I can't remember what his name is, and they said it in early game, whatever.
"5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike.
I didn't realize she had a different voice actor back during this.
Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the... And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Won't you think of the children?
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Actually have to speak. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. At last they have grown aloof and changed, and a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal, Rama. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they considered open conflict at last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursion, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Udder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might it aid a capable adventurer to prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out if the Seed Seer's words fell on fertile ground. I don't understand their outfit. Alright, next up is Ulda. Ooh. I want to go to, I believe, the Chamber of Wolves the closest.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you! Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Rauban? People of Uldar, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune,
Fuck are
stride
these voices?
fearless into the Inferno. Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
Seriously, what the heck? What the heck is that one voice? Arr! The Dalians have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, a beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look at the taste, I take you have encountered them. The Dalians do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ulda has no clear policy of how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless. Excuse me. And even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Adalans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they are invariable succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be at most welcome addition to their ranks. Right, one more. To the laggiest place. That's what slowed me down. This will take a second. Here to attend the remembrance service, be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Yes, we get it, you're pirates.
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth, and take the primal Titan for their god. And as if the beast tribe's presence were troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in Lominsian's backyard. And that is to say, not of the internal strife as a nation of pirates. There is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and they will fight amongst themselves. The Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsons are to have any hope to withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the Primal's threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my word, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Alright, now all those done, I gotta go back to Vesper Bay. I think. Evik, this is Menphilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would be not due to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Alright. Wrong button. No. Damn it. That's what I want to click. Well, actually, no, wait. I'm here anyways. I might as well just teleport and then take the ship. Like, it's... I mean, 80 gil there, but if I teleport there, it's 341. I mean... I'm cheap, okay? I want to get over 10 million gil for no other reason other than having 10 million gil. I totally could buy like a house or something, but like frickin' everybody has like so many alts and stuff that are holding houses and stuff. Up. Yep. Just end it here. We'll see. If this is the end, I'll go until I end part 2, which I think is literally right after this, but I could be wrong. Part 2 could take way longer than I think it would. But I'm pretty sure it's after this. If it's not, I'll go for a bit more. Up. Welcome back, Eva. We're the Grand Company's news word as illuminating as you had hoped. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see why now your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Eva. But there's like infinite number. Well, over how many people are playing right now? Like at least millions. There's millions of us, so I want to see what the problem is. So you just all go out and just solve the entire world's problem. But you must be tired from your long journey. Why don't you take a rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision. Once your mind is made up, pray, give the Grand Company officers your answer. Cool. Cutscene? Question mark? Meanwhile, somewhere else? Oh, yeah, well, meanwhile, definitely it's from somewhere else.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
brother. Are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Company. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright, I'm just gonna choose the one that I already am, only because I just don't want to change right now. Are you even gonna take the Elder Caesar's road touch your heart? Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yeah, sure. You've chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Caesar will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak practically matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedures, you must resort to the Adder's Nest. Alright, cool story. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings to New Gridania. Give your name to a personnel officer there and he'll guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother. Cool. Part 2 is taking long. Well, part 1 I was able to finish technically in... I'm on part 2, right? Not part 3. Am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure I'm on part 2. Because part 1 I finished... Literally I could have finished in one stream. I just literally had to walk and talk to one more person. And I didn't even finish it in the last stream I did, which I think I did 3 hours. Most of it could have been probably saved by me actually using a mount and running around. But instead I decided to be stubborn and say I don't have a mount yet technically, so... And technically I still wouldn't have a mount now that I think about it, because you have to join a company to get your first mount. At least I'm pretty sure. You would come to the Adder's Nest headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. Me, Darren and Laura, I believe you've been expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer himself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It was a pleasure and honor to both welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisax? Spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the sky over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines are crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine's Ives. Nine's Ives? God, this could have not come at the worst time. And all but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Exalt. Yevek, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, this airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, we have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to area southeast of Nine Ives, locate the ship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Sure thing, dude. Why all that when I can just do this? Okay, I wasn't sure. Yep, I'm teleporting. Sure teleporting. Okay. Really wish I could find some stuff I could make my computer better. Okay. Go giant cactus. Let's go. Seriously, you can't see him? Adventurer, what are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. There's no way that they couldn't see them. The Adder's Nest sent you? How do you know you're not Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are the engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are even Darren Lore, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland Works. There's no end to that man's treachery. The secrets of Magitech belong to him in Imperial hands. They are not meant to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castrum Orions. They mean to relinquish the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lawfell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity, the first since Master Garland, well, since we went missing. Years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We must strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Evik, I trust you can rely on your support? Sure. Why not? Like I have a choice. May the matron watch over us, with me. An ambush! To arms! I mean, it's not really an ambush. We're literally running towards you. It'd be an ambush if one of your guys got off right at the start. Savages, you done stand against the might of the Empire? Watch me. This has gone on long enough. Annihilate the barbarian station. Resistance. Giant robot. Probably the gladiator, I bet. Nope. How did you get those back? Stop running, dude. Finished, yeah. Biggs. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. But that was a close one. Too damn close. So, you look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications so we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep a watch over the perimeter. The enemy may be lurking nearby. As for you, Evik, you have done your part today. I beg you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray that there will be no further interruptions. When we next meet, we'll be as fellow serpents of the Order. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha, seriously though, if I hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend, we both are. Wedge? Thank you. We're very grateful. Cool. Can you just teleport me to Gridania, or I'm gonna have to teleport back there. God damn it. It's getting hot in my room. I need to open my doors and stuff. Let some air circulate into here. Alright, I'm here, and now I wait a minute for it to load everything. Anyway. Ebik, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but a moment ago from the team of at Nine Ives, lest you worry, the two engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Guardians, that might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the twin-addered standard. Without further ado, let us see your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. I feel like I'm close to finishing this part, but I'm not sure. It might be longer than I actually think. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the Calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire and to combat the Beast Tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Kane Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelves Wood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In doing so, we honor the will of the elements, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Ebik Darnlor, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. I will strike down our enemies and drink of their blood. ... Woods will be done. So you know the words of our Grand Company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the ranks of Serpent Private 3rd Class, which I am definitely not. You are now the man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Darrenlore, and do that which brings you peace to the Twelvewood, and honor to our name. Wait, did I just get demoted? I gotta go and to the other Grand Companies and just do their stuff. Get like their chocobo stuff and just general stuff. Can you hear me, Evik? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order to another contacted the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Darrenlore, but I'm not a private. I have no doubt that you are eager to make your acquaintance of your new comrades, but I think to ask to pay a visit to old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the walking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. A distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you alone. I would, however, suggest speaking to Highest Serpent Commander Vorselli. Oh my god. Hey Louis? Before you depart, he may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Oh, you mean that guy I can play cards with? Actually, that I can't play cards with. Yes, here we go. You may now accept the quest My Little Chocobo, Twin Adder, by speaking to Vorselli. Oh my god. Louis? Quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for this quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Because that's how you get your Chocobo. To Serpent Private third class. Heck yeah. I am not a Serpent Private third class because I am way higher than that. Yeah, and then you would go over and talk to him, and then you would do a quest, and you would get your Chocobo companions, which would allow you to get your Chocobo and use mounts and stuff. So I used it a little bit too early because I forgot you had to wait until then. That was a lot of lag. Oh, my frickin' Streamlabs is lagging too. Let's see if doing this will... Then I will go and do all that, and then you would have to head back here to do this. Because you would complete this quest, and you say you can't accept this quest until you finish My Little Chocobo. Which you get your own... Basically, you get your own Chocobo, and then when you get a house or a guild or whatever, you can give it different colors. And I made mine blue because I gave it the Leviathan armor. Which I don't actually have on my basic thing. So I'll just go random. Fucking get a car. Whee! I don't know why is this place so busy? Are there just lots of new players heading to the Waking Sands? Because, you know. This is from a 15 event. Like I said, I'm not gonna fly, I'm just gonna travel normally. Flying would only be like, I don't know, seconds faster. So really, whatever. This is one of the few mounts that if you're in a party of 3 other people, because the 4th one would be you. I think all these people are either toon characters, alt characters, whatever the heck you want to call it, whatever your lingo. Maybe people just trying to get through basic stuff. Oh hey, how's it going? Let's see if I got this right. You're an adventurer who's a scion and a serpent. Golly, how do you keep track of everything? Must be fun pairing up with lots of different people, though. Me, I'm always with Papalymo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papalymo? Following Calamity, each nation's armed forces underwent large-scale restructuring centered upon its grand company. In Gridania, the Order of the Tornadoes was both the Wood Whalers and the Gods Quiver, while the Lominsons enacted the complete merger of the Maelstrom and the Knights of the Barracuda. Ul'dah is an odd nation now, having made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, and in the spirit of the Sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. Cool. Anyone else around I can talk to? Oh, there's Thancred. What's up, dude? The incident with the traitor still weighs heavy on everyone's minds, the Flame Generals most of all. And although he cannot be expected to know what evil lurks in the hearts of every man under his command, the revelation is nevertheless a devastating blow to his authority. Even so, it warrants saying that you should not let this tragedy color your opinions of the man. In all my years working with a Flame General, I've never had reason to doubt his capacity to lead. Cool. Great. Awesome. I don't see Y'shtola anywhere. Welcome back, Epic Lady. Mephilia awaits you within. Cutscenes. So many cutscenes. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Ebik. Now, when last we spoke, I said you wanted to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you've already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Godsman, spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service! I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magic-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of the Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Sounds, I bid you welcome to the Walking Sands. Like every soul in here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Nevertheless, I've known such fulfillment, such happiness. Is that the end of that part? It's not. How long have I been going now? Now it's been 3 hours? Okay. What's the next quest after this? Okay. So yeah. Wow, this is going on. Yeah, because this is still part 2. Yeah, this is going on longer than I thought. I wonder if part 2... I think part 3 goes up to 1.0 as that's the end. But I still think part 2 goes up for longer than I thought it would be.